In this video, I will walk you through step by step as a beginner how to trade futures trading with Bitget account, right? And all I want you to do is to pay close attention. Do not skip any part. Watch this video to the end so you don't lose out on any tip and strategy I will show you in this video. And also make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell notification for more amazing videos like this on the channel. And with that said, if you don't have a Bitget account, then you want to go ahead and use the first link, which is going to be in the description section. Now this will give you a bonus of over $11,000 when you tend to sign up and verify an account on Bitget, right? And once you get your account verified, you're going to look something like this. So right on Bitget, so this is what Bitget account is going to look like. Once your account is verified, you're going to have the verified icon right here, and then this is what my account look like, and I have over 23 USDT. And if you don't know how to fund your account, I've made a detailed video how to fund USDT with Bitget using the Bitget P2P step by step, because they're the most friendly and most safely platform to P2P, right? So now with that said, I've made a lot of videos on how to trade futures on Bybit, XT Exchange, and bunch of them, and right now I'm guiding you through how to use Bitget to also trade futures. So let's say you don't want to trade with Bybit, you can also trade on Bitget. Let's say you want to trade multiple trade, you can trade on Bitget, Bybit, XT, and other exchanges, right? And right now all you want to do is to click on futures. And before I continue, this video is sponsored by XT Exchange. Now if you don't have an XT Exchange, all you want to do is to click the second link in the description section and also set up an account on XT. And then once you set up an account and get it verified, you will also be credited with 40 USDT for free as a sign up bonus right there. And also I'm going to be using XT Exchange charts in cooperation with this Bitget to guide you through how to get futures trading done step by step, right? So with that said, now for you to trade futures, let's say you funded your account, and like I told you, if you want a video how to fund your account USDT, all you want to do is to check the end screen of this video after watching this particular one to watch the video on how to buy USDT for your account, right? So let's say you have USDT like I have right now on my OTC. For me to trade futures, I'll have to transfer it to my futures account. Now how do I do that? I'll have to click on transfer, click right now, and once I click on transfer, the next thing I want to do is to toggle this, click on it, and then make sure it's on USDT futures. Click on all for the sake of the tutorial and click on confirm, and then click on confirm again. Automatically I will have USDT on my futures trading account. Is that easy? So now I've done that, next thing I want to do is then go to futures trading and start trading. So if you look right now, I've got a trade what's currently dipping because the crypto market is crashing. As at the time I'm recording this video, you can go and check. Bitcoin is currently sitting at 104 USDT. Basically, if you watch real quick, right, and you can see Bitcoin is crashing. Now this is making all other altcoins to crash at the same time, right? So now you've understand that, then the next thing we want to do is for us to go ahead and also trade futures step by step. So you can watch basically right now, this is the position I'm currently on XT Exchange, but because the crypto market is crashing, that's why I'm also on minus. However, now if you look basically right now, this is what the interface is going to look like, right? Now if you come right now, we'll have something called cross, and if I click on cross, we also have something called isolated. But 90% of the time I would say you should use cross because it will help you keep your trade long time compared to isolated. So isolated is for newbie who don't want to lose a lot of money trading crypto. Let's say now, and for cross isolated, if a trade is going otherwise, maybe it's going the opposite side of losses or you're losing money. Now if you have a stop loss of maybe $10 and then your trade tends to go up to minus $5, it will close before the $10, or the $10 will it will close before the $10 tend to liquidate. But if you're holding cross, before it to get it won't close until the $10 is taken out completely, right? So that is the benefit of you using cross. Right now we also have something called right here 10x. Now this 10x is the leverage you want to use. Let's say I want my money to double 10 times, then I'm going to use 10x. So if I want my money to double 35 times, I'm going to use 35x. If I want my money to double 100 times, I'm going to use 100x. So the insane part is Bitget also gives you leverage for you to have up to 125x which is insane, right? However, another exchange which I know that do this is that of Mexi. However, I'm going to leave this as 50x, which is a standard, leverage. But if you're still a newbie, you can use 25, but don't use more than 50x, right? So if you're someone who is having an account below 100 USDT and above, right? So it's best to use 50x right then. Right, I'm going to click on confirm because I've done that, and then you're going to activate right here. Now let's say you want to enter any trade. I'm not going to be trading BTC for the sake of the tutorial because at this moment BTC is very volatile. Anything can happen right here, and I've got no setup right now on BTC. However, I'm going to be using a different pair like I said, and you want to understand that you make money in two ways. Either you're selling, you're making money, or you're buying, you're making money on cryptocurrency, and that implies both in forex and other account, most especially whenever you're trading futures trading. Now right now, basically, if you don't know what futures trading is a prediction of price action on any pair or cryptocurrency. So that is what futures trading is all about, but with the help of TA, which is technical analysis, fundamental analysis, and that of order flow combined together, you could you could get your prediction accurate and then make money off the market. Right now I'm going to use a pair called Atom, right, for the sake of this tutorial. So basically, before you enter any trade, you want to first of all watch where this trade is coming from. Now I'm going to use the wider time frame. Now time frame are this time right now. For each time frame, for 4 hours time frame, is telling you that each of these candlesticks are formed per 4 hours, and if I make it 1 day, so it's telling me that each of these candles are formed per 1 day. Is that easy, right? So now you understand that. Next one we'll do is to as well watch out this chart for 1 day, and if you watch right now, this is giving us a bearish trend. Right now, all you want to do is to then over to 4 hours. Sometimes I tend to check 1 week, right, to see what's happening. So also 1 week right there is also giving us a bearish trend. Now what we'll have to do, watch out on 1 day, 4 hours to see what's happening. So looking at this 4 hours trend right now, you want to see also giving us that bearish trend. And let's check 1 hour. 1 hour is also doing the same thing. Right now you've understand that the next thing you want to do is to analyze the market for hours, and then if it correlates with 1 day and 1 hour, then is a good trade for you to take. Now how do I do that? First and foremost, I've made a video on how to analyze the market with technical analysis on market structure, order block, and bunch of stuff, right? So all you want to do, I'm going to be using a different exchange to analyze the market. However, you can use that of Bitget, but the use and feel of Bitget is just not really cool for me. So let's say I want to analyze this. I'm going to first of all maybe look for these candlesticks you're seeing right here, this stuff you're seeing right here, and then use any of these tools. But like I said, I'm not going to be using this exchange. What I'll have to do, I'll use a different exchange. Then once I get the analysis accurate, then the next thing I want to do, I would then enter the trade up with Bitget, right? And the exchange I'm going to be using for this analysis is the XT exchange, which is our sponsor for this particular video. However, you can use your trading view, but because I'm making this video on a mobile phone, so I want everything to be on the mobile phone and also around exchange, right? So what I have to do is to come to my XT exchange. Looking right here, you can see I have an account on XT exchange. If you don't have an account on XT exchange, so do well to set up an account on XT exchange. And if you look, basically I have trades which I'm holding, but because the market is crashing, I'm really losing a lot of money. But don't worry, by the time the market tends to retrace back, everywhere gonna be green, I'm gonna make more money. So right now I'm gonna search for Atom, and I'm holding this trade. That's why I also want to give it to you all, right? Atom, and then I'm gonna go to the chart. Right here, the chart. So I'm gonna click on the chart, and you're gonna bring me to this interface. However, like I said, I'm holding this trade very quick. Now the next thing I want to do, for me to have a clearer view of what I'm doing, I'm gonna go ahead and make it landscape by clicking on this box right here at the top. Click on it. It's gonna turn landscape. However, now it's now on landscape. Next thing I want to do is to then reduce everything right? Once I reduce everything, this is what it is. However, on the Bitget account, we will only see that this is, bearish, but on 4 hours, we can also find a setup right there, right? So basically, first, the next thing we want to do is to then look for a setup. And then how do we get a setup? So you want to look out for the lowest low. Now that is how you find a setup really quick. I don't need to waste so much time. Right now, what you want to do now, we're looking right at the lowest low. On the recent lowest low is this one right here, seeing 3920. All you want to do is to click on this pencil icon, click on it, then come right here, click on this trend line, click on trend line, and so tap on it right here and drag it. Right, don't worry, once you drag it right there, you're gonna leave it that way. Now once you look out for the recent lowest low, next you want to look out for is the break of structure. Right now, where is the break of structure? Then you want to go ahead and say that from this lowest low this came, it took out this structure, which is, I'm going to take out this trend line again, then take out this one. So you took out this structure right here, which is Z. Right now, that is our break of structure. Now after the break of structure, you're looking for another low. Now what I'm showing right now is the ABC type model, right? And I've made a video on how to understand this as a baby on my technical analysis playlist, which I'm going to be leaving at the end screen of this video. Right now, another low we are saying is this, and before you verify that the low is accurate, it must be on a V shape. Now first and first, the first one was in a V shape and the second one is on a V shape, right? So in a buy position, on a sell position, it must be an A shape, right? So you must make sure you notify all these things. So make sure you watch the video on technical analysis playlist on my channel. Make sure you watch it if you want to understand everything I'm explaining right now, the technical analysis, because that is what I'm actually showing you right now. So all I have to do is to click on this right now and then draw. I'm not going to be going detail on this technical analysis. It's just for the sake of the tutorial, so you know how to enter the market really fast, right? I'm going to allow this right now. Boom. Right, so now I've done that. The next thing I want to do is to then see another break of structure before I will verify. And where's the break of structure? This, right? And what happened? Let me delete this trend line, take this. All right, so that right now you've seen the first AB, because the first low is this first break of structure 1A, now B, another break of structure. So right here at the top is your C, right there is your C, this we can call it C, right? Easy peasy, right? So now you understand that. Now the next thing you're expecting to do is to wait for price to come to your B, which is this zone, before you can buy off from. Is that easy? And now if you watch basically right here, we have something called an order block, basically, which is the red candle before the major buy is an order block. So most of the times you make sure you highlight it. I will just make this on this color. I make sure I highlight it because it's very important, because price always reacts from order blocks basically, right? So this is an order block I've noted. And now another thing you want to look out for is this. So this row right here, you're saying this, basically you're seeing right here is a fair value gap, right? So all this right now is a fair value gap. All here is a fair value gap, and what price must do, it must correct this before going off. Now there are two things you must look out for. Now whenever price take out your B, you can automatically say yes, it has buy. But now if price come to your order block, then you can say okay, I can buy from there, but it's not a verified buy. Then there's something called a QMRO. So if price don't take out the QMRO, you won't buy. So basically your QMRO is the low you're expecting. Most of the time price can come right here, and if you watch, basically first and first, price came to the order block, which you're seeing right here, and did what? Went to the top. Because it's not a valid one, what the price did, it has to come back to the QMRO, which is our B, before buying. And what it's doing is now coming back to this B. And trust me, once it has taken out the B very well, what will happen? You will see a good pull from that zone. Is that easy? And what you have to do is to enter from your B, then make your stop loss at your A, which is 3.920, right? And then you can make your first TP as this. This should be your first TP, then your second TP, third TP, and fifth TP. Then if you want to take it so high, then you can say, okay, where is the recent high from this zone? Sorry about the lines. Then you can say, okay, I'll make my TP at this zone right here, right? And which is where I made my own TP, and that way you're going to be getting a lot of reward. I'm going to put this horizontal, then I'm going to make it right here, and that way that is where my TP is. So what am I expecting? I'm going to say that that's taking out this first breakout, which is this, that's breaking out this first. So the next one is this. So but anything can happen, it can take out this one. So what are we expecting? To take out this first breakout, right? So once by taking out this, then we're expecting a cool retest. So what I have to do, because I understand what that is, but basically don't always make your TP too far if you're not willing to wait for your trade, or if you're not willing to risk it, because anything can happen. Always take out the recent high which it has made. I'm going to come right here and then say my SL is, I'm going to write it down, 3.920, and then I'm going to enter from the current market price, and then I'm going to say my TP will be 5.492, which is the recent high, and this is the recent high we are expecting price to take out fully. However, price might take out this high we are seeing right here, which is 6.972. Right now, I've understand, I've gotten my TA very well. The next thing I want to do is to go to Bitget and also take my trade on a buy position. So right here on Bitget, now for me to take my trade, now the next thing I want to do is to click on trade, because I'm already on futures. Now if you watch, basically I'm really losing money from this particular trade right now. Now what I have to do is to then come back right here and also increase my leverage maybe to 20 or to 30, click confirm. Right, boom. Now what now I have to do is, because I have little asset, next thing I want to do is to then enter the amount. I'm going to just use this arrow, then use 15%. That's to say I'm going to be trading with $1, right? But if I keep increasing it, I'm going to trade with $2. And you want to prioritize your stop loss more than your TP, because whatever you're losing determine the major money you're going to be losing now. So prioritize your stop loss more than TP. So I'm going to choose TP on this small box. I'm going to just click on the checkbox. Then my TP, let me just, for the sake of the tutorial, I'm not really holding this for long. I could just say 6.972, right? And then stop loss, I'm going to say 3.920, and make sure you're journaling your trade. That way you're keeping track. Now I'm going to click on advanced to see how much is going to come out in total. Click on advanced, and basically if this trade goes my way, I will make $53, right? And if it don't goes my way, I will lose $1.27. Trust me, this is a fair trade. You're not losing a lot of money, you're just losing $1. No, one of my friends will say it's a koso money. You're losing a very little amount of money, which is very cool, right? All you want to do is to click on confirm. Once you click on confirm, the next you want to do, then you open long. Click on open long and you click on confirm. Boom, trade has been triggered. I'm looking right now, I'm already on 75% profit, and if I click on there, this is where I tend to see my profit, and I can go ahead and share this to my friends and say, I'm making money and stuff like that. So this is what it is. And if you want to close your trade, all you want to do is to click on where you say close, and if you click on close, you can close 75% as the case may be. And that is how you can trade via futures trading step by step. And guys, if you enjoyed this video, enjoy how I guide you through step by step on how to make money with futures trading using Bitget, all I want you to do is to like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment down below, thank you Bernard for this video, and also share this video is very important, and make sure you're subscribing to the channel if you want more video like this. Right now I'm already on 2.25x right now as at the time of recording this video, and it's growing. It's that easy. However, if you want to adjust your trade, you want to maybe adjust stuff, all you want to do is to come to where it says quantity, click on that pencil icon, and then you can modify your stop loss, you can modify your TP. Let's say you made mistake, you just click on modify and correct some stuff, click on confirm, and to add, click on TP also, you modify, and like that. So that is what it is basically. Guys, I'm gonna see you in my next video. Peace out.